Greetings everyone, this is Aaron18, and welcome to episode 7 of Mod 7. How are you guys doing today? Hope you guys are doing well. I'm having a pretty good day myself. Today is the day where we start working on a couple of different little bits and pieces, because as you guys can probably guess, we haven't really progressed that much recently. It's been mostly just trying to prepare this cave area to move. And also, for the keen-eyed among you, yes, I did start terraforming. I did start changing out the block palette. So now we've got tuff, we've got cobblestone and andesite. I'm gonna need to harvest some more tuff again. But yeah, so it's been going pretty well so far. And yeah, there are a bunch of other patches I have to get, like this patch here, but that will be done in due time. Anyways, what I want to do today is I want to work on a couple of small, like, other bits and pieces. Also, I went to the Nether, and in case you guys don't know, when you go to the Nether, when I go to the Nether, I go down this, like, staircase outside of that stone box, and then I just basically fall down here to this little stairway, which is where I'm going for my, Nether mining. Now, as you can see, there's still some stuff on the ground. I did just go here, like, not too long ago. But apparently, like, the way it works is that if you leave a dimension, it will not cause items to despawn. It kind of, like, effectively unloads that area. Which is kind of interesting. So yeah, there's a bunch of resources down here. I honestly don't know I'm going to mine all this. I'm probably not going to mine all of it right now. Because I don't need to. Like, there's really no point in me mining everything I see, because you know, it's kind of hard. And you guys might be wondering where I'm getting the explosives. There's a thing in the pack called an EFLN, this thing. And this is from Tinker's Construct, and it's really easy to make. It's just 4 gunpowder and some flint. The big issue was I actually ran out of gunpowder. But basically it acts like a portable, like, mining grenade, effectively. So that's the area I would, like, there was that area, and then there's this one. And this one leads to a, come to find out, this, like, nether mine shaft thing, which is kind of cool. So it leads you to, like, it leads you to like, a bunch of different areas, and I got this hat, which is basically looting. It gives me looting 1, effectively. Or an extra, it says an extra level of looting, but it basically adds looting 1 to everything. So even though I don't have looting on the sword, it's technically now has looting 1, which is pretty cool. Apart from that, I didn't really do much, in between episodes. I did change out some of my tools components. So, for example, in this one, my stone pickaxe actually now have a chain tool binding, because it gives me reinforced 1. And for those who don't know, also this is the eccentric tome. It's, for those who played modern Minecraft before, it's kind of like the new Akashic tome. So basically it holds books within it, like these guidebooks. So if you look into it, he's not aggroed on me, that's good. There we go. And not this one, it's before, okay. No, it's after. Okay. Yeah, chain, and it gives it reinforced, which means it takes 25% less damage. Pretty good. Also, in case you're wondering, yes, I do have an auto clicker set up, just because like clicking individually kind of difficult, so I can just, you know, do that. Because when you close the book, it saves where you're at, and also in case you guys are wondering, you just like. You left click to turn it back to the eccentric tome, you right click, and then you just select one of the books that you have in here. So it's pretty cool. And yes, these are all different books. But, anyways, like, I didn't know that chain was actually a thing. I thought, like, I knew it was a thing. I didn't know it was, like, like it would actually be of any effect. Because reinforced, it's pretty good. That means that reinforced modifiers I won't have to apply nearly as many. So as you can see, I have a ton of netherrack, which means I have to put in actually this new one. Oh, there we go. Alright, and then I've got the tool. We unlock it, and then we lock it back up. Yeah, there we go. And then we lock this up. Fantastic. But yeah, I've been say there's been a little bit of progress made, but not a ton of progress. If you know what I mean. What I want to do in today's episode is I want to start working towards some tech, which is going to mean I need to get into a mod that's a very good mod called immersive engineering. And one of the things we have to do is we have to get into the production of steel through the use of a blast furnace in order to make steel right now. We're also going to need the coke oven, which is there. And this is going to be used to make the coal coke we need to make the steel. So the coke brick is not super expensive. It just takes, sandstone, brick, and clay. Now, it's not a ton of clay. It looks like a lot of clay, but it's actually not that much. Do I actually have any bricks? No. Any bricks? Nope. Okay. So I'm gonna have to make some bricks. That's fine. Do I actually have any sand that I can use? Okay, I've got some sand. Good. So the way it works is that when you craft coke brick, it gives you 3 per recipe. So I need to do this 9 times because it's a 3x3x3. So that's 27 coke bricks, which means we need 9 sandstone. Mathing is fun. For those who don't know. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna do 9 there, 9 there, 9 there, and 9 there. Because you need to do the recipe 9 times because it will give you 3 each. It's a 27 block structure. You need to do this 9 times. So yeah, I actually need some more 5. There we go. So, and then we just shove that there. And then I need to get 9, 9. And there we go. And then then this is going to be our bricks, effectively. I'll put away the rest of the clay and the sand. So there is that. And then just shove these in here. Okay. So while that's cooking up, I want to work on something else real quick, because like this is basically the cornerstone pieces is the coke oven and the blast furnace. But another reason why we want to get the coke brick is because of something in the game called creosote oil, and you get this by making well, basically coal coke, and it will give you oh, excuse me. It will give you different amounts of it depending on what you're using. This is useful because it will allow us to make, well, first of all, it'll allow us to make this. I don't know what that's for, but it will allow us to make treated wood. And that's going to be very useful for getting into tech because it will allow us to generate some power. Because, I mean, like, yeah, you've got the coal generator, but I don't have any machines yet, and I need to generate some power before we can get into machines and such. So that is a thing. So while we wait for those to finish cooking up, there's another mod I want to start getting into, which is a mod called Apotheosis. Which is basically you take enchanting to a new level. And that's why you see, when you see items, you see like these 3 values: Eterna, Quanta, and Arcana. As far as I'm aware, there's a little bit of information that talks about them. So let's actually jump over to the guidebook for it, which I forget what it looks like. Yeah, I think it's this thing, enchanting module. So now it has the new like functions and stuff. So I don't know what all the things are. All I do know that it's like different items have different like those different values. So yeah, so in this case, Eterna increases the maximum enchanting level. Quanta controls enchanting variants, or like, you know, how random are the enchantments, and then Arcana is how many like it will grant you more enchantments. So that's pretty good. But the thing is, you may have already seen us get a bunch of apotheosis gear because of these gems. Now these gems, basically you put on items that have like a slot, basically. And the way you get a slot is by either A, reforging an item, or by finding them out in the world. I don't want to do reforging yet because that's expensive, so we're going to get something called the salvaging table, which isn't super expensive. I mean, like a bucket of lava, that's not expensive. Iron axe, iron pickaxe, not bad. Smithing table and copper ingots, not bad, especially the copper ingots. I've got so many of these. The problem is going to be the gem dust, and you might be wondering how you get this. Well, basically what you take is you take a gem and you smash an anvil on it. I've got an anvil somewhere. I've got an anvil. Yeah, right there. And then we need to get some gems. So, honestly, I am not going to probably use any of these gems, except for a specific one. Yeah, this one, this necrotic gem, because of that lifesteal. That lifesteal is very useful, in the game. Everything else is kind of pointless. Like, you know, there's armor piercing in the game, armor toughness, but really, I'm not going to be reforging all items anytime soon. So the way it works is you take your anvil, and then what you do is you throw your gems. So you just hold down Q and continue to do that. And it doesn't matter what gem it is, and then you put the anvil one block above it. So like this is on one block, this is the next one, place it there, and there you go, you got your gem dust. Now, as far as I'm aware, I'm pretty sure it is a 1-to-1 conversion, so one gem gives you one gem dust, I think. I have no idea if that's actually the case, but it seems to be. So there we go. Yes, I am not keeping, except these like max health ones as well. The armor ones, that's not important. That max health stays. That armor goes away. Yeah. The thing is that these gems are kind of hard to get in humongous quantities because, you know, they're not super hard to get in huge quantities, but they're not really the most common things, and they can be useful. So, yeah, there's that. These we keep. What are these? Total speed's not useful. Also, they do not work with Tinker's tools unless you reforge them. Yes, you can reforge Tinker's tools. I haven't done it yet, so I don't know how well it will work. You know, with like the modifiers and stuff you can get with it, but I think it'd work okay. Actually, there's a really easy way to just look up. Nope, no gems there. Any more? So is this? Nope. Well, I misspelled it. Yeah, there's the armor one. I'm gonna actually move this one to another to this area, and then gem. Okay, there was another one. Got it. Good. Now you might be wondering what gem dust is used for, apart from crafting that one thing. And I'll show you, but first we have to get the rest of these, you know, dealt with. So now we have 54, well, we should have more than 54. I think this is going to make us 55 gem dust. Okay, it is a 1-to-1 conversion. Excuse me. So we got that, and then we have our bricks ready. So I am going to take those, and I am going to put them in here, to make ourselves the 27 coke brick that we need. Now, I have put my hammer away, this one. So we're going to need to take this. And I honestly don't know where to put it, because the alloy kiln's there. Alright, you know what, it doesn't really matter that much. I'll just shove it in, like... I'm gonna shove it right here, I guess. Yeah. So let's, like, lower this by 1. And let's put this down. So... the coke oven is pretty useful because of the creosote oil that it will give us. It will allow us to effectively get our power situation like started. There we go. So this is where we are going to make the coke, well, like the coal coke and stuff like that. So all I need to do is I need to take this coal. I do have some coal coke already, but I don't have any creosote oil. And I just shove it in here, and bam, it's already starting. Now, I do have some treated wood. Yeah, I have some treated wood, which means we can get started with that. Ignore the apotheosis thing. We'll get to that another time. So, yeah, you just go in my backpack. So what I actually want to do is I want to get into immersive engineering, because this is going to be very, very important for the long run. So now we need to make blast brick, and we need nether brick, bricks, and magma blocks. There is ash bricks, but ash is kind of hard to get because lightning is required, or like burning stuff in that method, I think. So we're going to need to make this in a different means. So we're going to need 9 magma blocks, which I've got somewhere. Yeah. So 8, 9, bam. And then we're going to need some nether brick, which that's not hard to make at this point. So we need to make 36. Yeah, 36 of that. And then we need 36 clay to make the bricks that we need, which I know we've got somewhere. Oh, we have exactly enough. I might need to go find more clay. So yeah. This has 7. Because each of these does 1. Yeah, I'll be fine. I will replace the coal in a minute. Do I actually have like charcoalers and stuff? Yeah, I've got charcoal. So you're gonna need some more. 8. There we go. Alright, that's still not gonna be enough. How about that? Yeah, so half a stack each will be enough. Well, a quarter of a stack, but you know what I mean. So there's that. I'm gonna need to probably make more charcoal in the future. But anyways, I digress. So the coal coke is being made at a very slow rate, but we're getting creosote oil, which is good. I'm not going to automate this because I don't need to right now. Like, there's no reason I'm gonna need a ton of coal coke, because like if I remember correctly, coal coke is basically like it's used for some stuff. Ooh. It can be used as in place of actual coal. Okay. I will keep that in mind. Yeah. It does seem to be better than regular coal because it smells 16 items as opposed to 9. So that's a thing. But for the time being, we're not going to need to deal with that. Okay. So again, like a lot of this is just waiting. So I guess we can do apotheosis in this right now because, I mean, that stuff is going. So one of the things we want to make early on is the salvaging table. Now this is not super expensive. I don't have a lava bucket. Nope. I do, however, have a couple buckets. And fortunately, I have a smeltery, which I think I can just take some lava out. Yeah. I'm not using this right now, so it is what it is. It's no big deal. Now I need to make some iron tools. Now, funny enough, I'm actually out of sticks. I will just use the wood logs. Okay, so there we go. Shove that in there. We'll need to take the sticks out and the iron ingots, which we need to have 2 more. Again, you see, this is a lot of it is thought process, which kind of sucks because that means everything takes longer. Like, what do I have in terms of iron? Oh, okay, that's fine. I have a block of iron. It's no big deal. So we turn that into what we need, and then we can do. Let me just double check this. Yeah, so it's iron axe, and how did that get finished? What got finished? Oh, okay. Now that we're here, actually, we can just like claim these rewards. And yeah, that's fine. We do have to finish some of these other quests in the future, but right now that's not important. And then in order to make this, we're going to need a smithing table and 3 copper ingots. Wonderful. 3 copper, and I can probably just take my normal smithing table and I can just use that. I can make another one. It's no big deal. So copper go in there, and then our bricks are done, which means now we can make our I'm missing stuff. Where's my magma blocks? I probably shoved them in here somewhere. Yep. Knew it. Okay, so bam. Bam. And there we go, blast bricks. So again, like, this is another one of those things that we don't care where we put it, because I'm not going to keep it for a long time, so we'll just shove it right here, it's fine. And yes, a lot of this base is a facade, because it's covering up, like, diorite, granite, stuff like that. Stuff that we don't like, but it is what it is. And then we just do that. There we go. So this will allow us to make steel. If I'm not mistaken, you just do that, and then, yeah. So this is going to take a really long time. Making steel is a very tedious process, because it takes so long. Our copper is done, though. So now we can make ourselves the salvaging table. Now this will be useful for a couple of reasons. Let's just put it right here. I'm good. So this thing is actually pretty useful. So the way it works is we take an item like this, for instance. This is an magnetic iron pickaxe of quarrying. So it has iron effectiveness against all blocks. And as you can see, it has some perks, which is increased mining speed and reach distance. What we can do is we can put it in here, and it will give us a salvage result. In this case, 1 to 4 time-worn fabric. He gave us 2. This is what you're going to use for reforging in the future. For reforging. So there's a lot of ones in here. What I am not going to do is I'm not going to salvage anything that has enchantments. Everything else, though, will get salvaged, I'm pretty sure. So let me salvage that salvage some stuff real quick. Because, ooh, that's a good shield. That stays in there. Does this does not have enchantments. Got it, good. But yeah, so I'm going to do some salvaging. It's very straightforward, because again, like, in this case, you get mysterious scrap metal for the gray ones. Gray ones are common, green is uncommon, the blue is rare. So this will give us luminous crystal shards. And again, all of this is used in reforging in the future. So let me do some salvaging, and we'll be back with you when that is set and done. Alright guys, so I have finished basically like reforging, or actually in this case salvaging everything, so we have quite a bit of stuff. More uncommon than I thought, but I guess it's just because of the chances, because not one-to-one. There are still pieces of equipment in here that have, like, you know, these enhancements. These, like, for example, the ones that aren't enchanted I keep because they are, like, for example, turtle shell and tridents. Those are kind of hard to make, and then everything else is enchanted, which I will have a different thing for later. But with that in mind, our steel has been made, as well as some slag. So it looks like in this case, one coal coke is one ingot. So that's good to know. Good to know. I mean, we also get slag. So now we have steel ingots. And what can we do with steel? Well, steel ingots are actually going to be very useful for a number of reasons because of machines. So yeah, as you can see, one of the things we can make is the water wheel. And this is going to be our big method of making power, at least in the early game. This and then another thing. So as you can see, we need treated wood sticks and we need treated wood planks. Now, ideally, we would have 3 of these. So again, like I have all the ingots I need because, like, in this case, in order to make the water wheel, we need to have 4 of these segments and then 1 of these ingots. We need 3 of them. And the reason is because we need to get something called a kinetic dynamo. This thing. And this is going to be how we're going to connect some of the different components up. So it's not super expensive. I mean, like, copper coil is not expensive. Ooh. Oh no, it's not a problem. Our mechanical component. Yeah, it's fine. So there's that. Now, we put this away. We now need to then bring out our many treated wood planks, and we need to start crafting. So we need to make some sticks. Got that. And then what I want to do is I want to make the 3 water wheels first before we make the kinetic dynamo. So in order to, we now need to make each. Ooh, that might be expensive. This is going to be a very expensive endeavor, it looks like. Because this is 1 water wheel's worth. So I need to do this 3 times. So because each segment requires 4, we need 16 sticks per water wheel. Multiply that by 2, I need 32 sticks. So this should be enough. Yeah, because it's 12 total. Yeah, this is fine. And now we can make the 3 water wheels that we need to make. So there's that. We also need to make a kinetic dynamo, which this is going to be the more expensive bit because we need to have copper wire, which means we ideally would like to have the wire cutters. Unless there's a different route. Hold on, let me actually double check. No, we need the wire cutters. Got it. So I'm going to need an iron ingot, which, I mean, I just made a block of iron into iron ingots. If I can find it. Do I not have any iron left? I don't have any, like, oh my, okay, whatever. It's fine, I've got plenty of iron, I just haven't processed it yet. Actually, these might be useful. Maybe. Can I use rough rods for this? I cannot. Okay, you go back in here. I turned a bunch of sticks into rough rods by accident. So yeah, that's kind of unfortunate. So that means I'm going to need these two to make the sticks. To make the wire cutters. Got it. That's good. So if you guys remember for the kinetic dynamo, we need 2 iron ingots, 2 redstone dust, which is stupid of me to put the iron back in there now that I'm thinking about it, but you know what, whatever, it's fine. We actually, oh dang, it's an iron mechanical component. That sucks. Because I have a steel one, like, on hand. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. Everything is fine. I actually don't have copper ingots. I've got copper, like, raw copper ore. That's not how you spell copper. So I guess I just turned one of these to it. Probably more. Yeah, I think 36 copper ought to be enough for anybody. So you go in there, you take that, and then you take this, I guess. I'm just trying to make sure I can smelt everything. That iron mechanical component though, that is so stupid. Okay, so it requires 4 of those plus a stick. So in order to make copper wire, we need copper plate. Unless the one from Create is cheaper. No, it's not. It's not really cheaper. Okay, because I don't have a rolling machine. So it's a plate per wire, and each... Okay. Hold on, I'm trying to do some math. So 4 is 4, so it's a 1-to-1 ratio. Because one of these can be made from what? So it's a 1-to-1 ratio here. 4... That's 4... 30... That's 32... I need a lot of copper for this, I can tell you that right now. So this may not be enough. Now that I'm thinking about it. What else do you need for that? Iron mechanical components. So we need iron plates as well. I should have some iron. Yes, I have some iron ingots left. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is good. Is it 1-to-1 ratio? Oh, wow, it is. Okay, that is going to be tedious then. Okay, I will restock the furnaces later. So then we need to make the iron mechanical component, which is not expensive. Because, I mean, like, the big problem with immersive engineering, a lot of it's multi-block structures, okay? That's where things get expensive. Oh, I need iron. Dang it. It's fine. I've got some iron. I'm actually gonna need to process some of my iron. It looks like I don't have a lot of iron left over, which is, I mean, fine, but still, that's 2 there. Now I'm pretty sure I could just convert all of these to plates, and then convert all those into wires. That is not enough. I don't think, because in order to make these I need sticks. Again, like, I'm just showing you part of it because it's tedious as heck to make all these different components, and then you need to use those components to make other things. It's ridiculous. Oh. Well, I guess I can make the rest of these. I will use up these at some point. And then need to make one of these. And then finally, just need 1 more iron ingot. Which I should have, yes. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, we can make ourselves the kinetic dynamo. Now, that does not count as a quest, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. So, I know there is a water thing down here, because I was mining and then a bunch of gravel fell, and, you know, here we are. But yeah, we have water wheels. Not the create ones. So the difference with the create ones and the ones from immersive engineering, the create ones produce the power for create stuff, basically. Not here. So where did I put? You know, it doesn't matter. Basically, the way create works is that it takes its own unit of power, stress, and then converts it, and then that's how it's able to like actually be used. The difference with like immersive engineering is that it generates normal power, which means I don't need to deal with, I need to do a conversion or something like that. No. It just works. So there we go, water wheels. And we did get started with some apotheosis, which is good. Neither of them are quest based, but it's still very useful. We'll tackle other things later. But yeah, so that's going to conclude it for this episode. Yes, the coke oven is still churning out stuff. Which actually, funny enough, I should just... Can I just... Oh yeah, I can just do that. Duh. There we go. Now we have Cruiser oil. So anyways, that's going to conclude for episode 7 of All the Mod 7. Hope you guys had an awesome day. And I will catch you later. See you in episode 8.